Hello and welcome to BUI Impact. I'm Elo Odibumadaki. In this edition, we continue our spotlight on climate action and sustainability, highlighting the impactful journeys of two forward-thinking enterprises, Solid Chemicals Recycling Limited and Capital Cold Rolling Mills Limited, a subsidiary of African Industries Group. Let's begin with Solid Chemicals Recycling Enterprise, a duly registered business strategically located along the Asaba-Bini Expressway in Delta State. Founded with a vision to advance sustainable development and reduce plastic waste in Nigeria, Solid Chemicals specializes in the recycling and transformation of used PET bottles and other plastic materials into high-value products. These recycled products are not only contributing to environmental preservation, but are also in demand across international markets. To maintain a consistent supply of raw materials, the company has established a network of dedicated collection centers. Today, Solid Chemicals Recycling Enterprise provides employment for 65 direct and indirect staff. Along the bustling Asaba-Bini Expressway in Delta State, a quiet revolution is taking place. Here, what was once considered waste is being transformed into opportunity. Solid Chemicals Recycling Enterprise stands at the forefront of Nigeria's circular economy. This registered enterprise has built its reputation in collecting, processing, and transforming used PET bottles and other plastic materials into high-value, export-grade products that reach markets across Africa and beyond.
What we do here is what we call end-to-end PET recycling, where we collect PET recyclables from the cradle and we give back life into it. Like we collect, we sort, we delabeled, then crush, turn it to flakes. Then we use the flakes to do finished product like a strapping belt and synthetic hairs. That's what we do. I'm a very big key player in plastic sustainability in Delta State. Within these 5 years of our coming to Delta State, we have been able to remove more than 5.3 million tons of PET bottles in Delta State. With data, proof. We give data to the state government and some bottling companies, because what we do here is 8 to 10 tons of PET bottles every day. That's what we recycle here. Every day we recycle between 8 to 10 tons of plastic waste every day of all colors. So you can now see if a company like this is not in Delta State, what would have happened to over 5 million tons of plastics in Delta State? That would have been a very big problem. We do home pickups too, because what we are trying to do is to reduce the number of plastics that get to the dump site. So what we're trying to do now is to bring the collection centers close to the point of generation. So because most of this waste are being generated from the homes. So we've tried to sensitize people on the need to recycle from home. So we are trying to bring the collection center close to the home so they can go there and resell their plastic, because we don't collect it for free, we add value to it. We add value to the plastic. So instead of you throwing up the plastic as a trash, we have now added value to you, so you can now come and exchange it for money. Like a ton of plastics now, that's one ton of plastic goes for almost 300 to 400,000 per ton. So it's a lot of money. So, and a lot of our young men have keyed into it and they're making a lot of money for it. So we go to pick up from homes and we have collection centers scattered all around the town, and we even have collection center outside the state. Most of the people that are genuine scavengers, they can walk into our collection centers and sell their products. We don't collect from individuals, so we advise you to go to our collection centers and drop your recyclables, and they'll bring it to us. So we'll have some of our collection agents who we fund, we give them money to pay whoever comes around. So if anybody that is coming here with a little quantity, we don't collect.
With support from the Bank of Industry, Solid Chemicals is building something even more lasting: jobs, environmental responsibility, and a model for sustainable industrial growth.
Actually, I get to know BOI immediately. I finished building my factories and my machines came in. And I discovered that I needed to power this place with electricity. So a friend told me about BOI and I approached them. They were prompt in attending to my request for a light. In fact, they sponsored the lighting of this place with a 500 kVA transformer with the auto reclosure and making sure that I got the light in a good time. So I'm so happy with BOI and they're a good partner. BOI, they've been following up with my export business. Last year, they sponsored my trip to Cairo, Egypt for All African Fair, where I met some customers that we're exporting most of our products to now. So it was through the help of BOI that I was able to meet some of them. In fact, the trip to Cairo was a 100% funded project from BOI. So they've been very, very helpful. In fact, currently there is a 1 billion loan that they've approved for me to assess. The level of qualification of our staff is, as long as you're a Nigerian and you are over the age of 18 years old, you are qualified to work. And we basically try to employ youths between the age of 18 and 35. Because what we most basically do here is creating wealth through waste. And we have a staff strength of about 65. Mostly we give advantage to female gender. Like we have out of the 65 staff here, 42 are women and the rest are men. So we put more interest on female. Like you can see, most of our machines are being manned by women. We give them the same training we give to men. We don't discriminate that this is a man or this. Every machine I have in my facility can be operated by a woman. So I would 200% encourage anybody who has genuine business to do, to go to BOI. I will even sign for the person because I know they are a good partner to partner with. It's very seamless, very simple. It's as simple as once you have the right product and you can be able to defend what you want to do, they are out for you. In fact, they will give you all the support you need.
For over 6 decades, Bank of Industry has been here, driving Nigeria's industrial development through financial and business support services to micro enterprises, small and medium enterprises, and large enterprises across Nigeria. Leveraging on strategic partnerships, we provide equipment financing, working capital, and support to enterprises in key sectors of Nigeria's economy, including youth and women-led enterprises. Whatever your business needs, starting up, expansion, diversification, modernization, or rehabilitation, we'll be here, always to support you. Bank of Industry, transforming Nigeria's industrial sector.
BOI as a development bank has in many ways increased job creation in Nigeria. I'm not the only one. Several other companies BOI has provided funding. But for us, I must take an example. As a company, at the time we came in with our set-top box factory, the BOI came quickly. In less than 2 months or 3 months, not only did they appraise us, but they released the money. So in terms of economics, you can say that BOI has helped in growing Nigerian GDP. BOI also has done outside job creation, outside growing the GDP, because BOI, from my experience with them, is one of the intervention banks or development bank that help small, medium, even large business, because we're large business, we're not small businesses. So they are providing quick funding for us, and that, I say, has helped this economy to grow in electronics, in manufacturing, in other sectors, even in agriculture. They've been involved in what I mean in value-added agriculture. So for us, BOI has done well in terms of economics for Nigeria.
Welcome back. Our next feature takes us to Ogun State, where Capital Cold Rolling Mills Limited, CCRM, is redefining steel manufacturing.
Located within the Ogun State Property and Investment Corporation Industrial Estate in Agbara, Ogun State,
CCRM began commercial production in October of 2020. The company specializes in the production of high-quality cold-rolled black annealed coils, bright annealed coils, and galvanized coils, essential raw materials for manufacturing steel pipes and profiles. With an impressive installed capacity of 72,000 metric tons per annum, CCRM's output is fully dedicated to feed African Wire and Allied Industries Limited, AWIAL, a sister company within the African Industries Group. This internal supply chain not only strengthens local industrial capacity, but also reduces dependence on imports. At Capital Cold Rolling Mills Limited, raw steel is refined into high-grade coils, the building blocks for pipes, profiles, and progress. As an import substituting manufacturer, CCRM plays a crucial role in conserving foreign exchange, supporting the federal government's push to diversify the economy away from oil and toward value-driven industrial growth.
Cold Rolling Mill, which is a part of African Industries Group, specifically producing what we call cold rolls of different colors and galvanizing coils, which are used to produce all the building materials in the chain. It's typically a backward integration of this group, which we, from the scratch of bringing the hot cold rolls, turn them now into the cold rolls of different colors, the black and the bright and galvanized rolling coils, which eventually used by one of also the subsidiaries in making the building materials, which includes galvanized pipes, also pole lines, which we use in making all within the building industries. The African Wire, before this backward integration, used to import these cold mills, rolls, and before converting them into this material. But now these are all done in-house as an integral part of African industries. We have what are called 4 pillars of sustainability, which involves matters on environment, economics, social, and humanity. These 4 pillars of sustainability, what we have really been able to achieve in that area, of course, in the area of the environment, which we try as much as possible to get an area that most of our production are purely environmental friendly. We find out that in the area of the sustainability has given us a very good ground for profitability, because what we have done there is, in this area, we have expanded our relationship with the working environment, making sure the working environment, even with the workers, are very clean environment. The working relationship is perfect, and also create a lasting legacy with the community where we operate. We have a very cordial relationship with the community where we operate. We work together with them. And finally, we also have what are called cultural integration of all the workers, both the expats and the nationals. And furthermore, there is issue of compliance, total compliance to regulatory authorities in terms of whether in the environment compliance, whether in terms of economic compliance. We make sure that to the last, even to the issue of labor compliance, that we definitely comply to the last letter. But at the end of the day, find out that it's definitely more profitable, because it saves you all the headache of going back, repeating a process again. So once you pass through one process, you are done. So it gives us, so that has been our, definitely if you ask me, area of the total area of focus in terms of sustainability, that we make sure that along the line we carry all the team along, so that at the end of the day, what comes up as the final product, at least we are sure that we are not in any way charged, surcharged, or running into the possibility of being fined by any agencies.
CCRM is more than a steel processor. It's a symbol of how strategic investment can power industrial self-reliance and climate-smart manufacturing in Nigeria's growing economy.
As long as the process is concerned, we use CNG, and everybody knows that in compressed natural gas, it's eco-friendly, environmental friendly, and in water, we are using the closed cycle water, so that we should conserve the resources of the water from the earth. It is a completely closed loop, and for that we also got effluent treatment plant, because we need to treat the water, maybe some particle, outside particle, or inside some particle, or somewhere we find some leakage might be there. So we have got effluent treatment plant to treat it and close cycle it. So if you ask me, apart from those, and then we have got certain byproduct. Byproduct is coming out the baby coils, so that we are selling it to cottage or small scale industry people. Then one more byproduct is being generated called the zinc dross, which was being sold to the people, those are manufacturing paints and other the zinc oxide product. We have invested very heavy in technology, and thereafter we have got to support the technology. We have got quality control system. We follow total productivity management. We follow total quality management system. We are in 5S. We have got our own quality control lab. Apart from that, we strongly believe in quality is a quantitative term till the time it is not being controlled. We believe in human capital development. We have got our own training room where we train the staff at various levels into the process, into the technology, into the theoretical picture that what if, what you will do, how it will happen. So that help us in improving the productivity, help us in improving the quality, help us in minimizing the breakdown, help us in maintenance, also help us in the loyalty of the staff, because we train them, because we are talking about sustainability, we are talking about it. Sustainability means basically it's the environmental, it's the social, and it's the economic. When we talk about environmental, social, economic, we talk about planet, we talk about people, we talk about profit. So when we talk about people, we talk about community. Even all this, we have got nil discharge to the outside, even for the rainwater which is coming out to me. So as on today, I have got 125 direct staff and 250 indirect staff. So we are given employment to 375 people. And talk about another people, those are surviving on our byproduct of all this in small and quarter scale industries. And you know, I'm selling it to our own unit, and we have saved a lot of foreign exchange. All these products, it is forex based. So we have saved the foreign exchange for the country. And we are giving this product to our another company, they are making the pipe and tubes, okay? And they have also generated the employment because with our capacity, they have generated employment. If you see the total effect, it will run in thousands.
Backed by the Bank of Industry, CCRM is more than a steel processor. It's a symbol of how strategic investment can power industrial self-reliance and climate-smart manufacturing in Nigeria's growing economy.
Financing is extremely important for any project or for the growth of any organization. So BOI contributed quite a lot. They funded quite a few projects for the group. And without their support, I don't think we would have grown that much in the country. So there are a couple of things. First is that yes, they provide financing, and they provide financing at a reasonable rate. They are very prompt and very relationship driven organization. They do things promptly. In fact, so processes side, they are excellent, and probably our experience with them for last 18 years. I personally have a firm belief that profitability and sustainability going to the same direction. The organizations which are not looking at the sustainability are much less profitable than the organization which are looking at sustainability. I tell you this why I say that this is based on my own experience. Sustainability improves the working environment in the organization, whether you talk about gender balance or whether you talk about the processes, reduction in the pollution, etc. That improves the working environment in the organization. That reduces the wastages, help in improving relationship with the community, help in reducing carbon footprint, help in improving, help in creating a positive culture in the organization. So all these things create a long-term benefit for the organization. When you evaluate the project based on the sustainability, you can't look at the short-term profitability. You need to look at much bigger horizon. And in the end, sustainability helps you. So even with solar power business, it's much more profitable than the gas to power business, though it is sustainable, but that has commercial side of it is also giving us benefit, not only on the sustainability point of view.
From transforming plastic waste into valuable export products to strengthening local steel production through sustainable practices, both Solid Chemicals Recycling Enterprise and Capital Cold Rolling Mills Limited embody the future of climate-conscious industrial development in Nigeria. These success stories demonstrate that with the right vision and support, Nigerian businesses can lead the way in building a greener, more resilient economy. Through partnerships with institutions like the Bank of Industry, the path to sustainable industrial growth is already taking shape across our nation. To learn more about BOI's wide range of support services, visit any of our offices nationwide or log on to www.boi.ng. Stay connected with us on all our social media platforms for the latest updates. To rewatch this episode or catch up on past editions, simply search Bank of Industry Limited Nigeria on YouTube. Until next time, I'm Ilu Odibumadaki. Thanks for watching.